What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Happy Thursday. Hopefully, you're having an awesome week. It's been good for me watching these NBA finals. They've been good. Not so good if you're a Mavericks fan, but I've been having a pretty solid week. Lots of figure stuff. As always, before I go any further, I want to make sure I thank all of you super supporters of this channel. Vidor, Tom Finn 2018, Kwame Taylor, Lefty Two Lions, BK, Henry G, and Lizzie's Figure Tour Reviews. These are all of our super supporters for June. Thank you so much. For those of you watching, commenting, subscribing, sharing, I sincerely appreciate you all as well. So let's get into it. Let's see who's here rocking this Thursday with us. 80s kid from the 90s. Yes. First. Congratulations. What's up, Toy Tuber crew? What's going on, 80s? How are you? I see some bangers in that thumbnail. Yeah, we're going to do it. It's funny. I was putting together my thumbnail, getting that all together. And I was going to YouTube just so I could listen to some music. And then I see another Toy Tuber who has like the exact same title I was going to go for. So like, okay, we can't do that. We got to scramble it up and come up with a different title. So Wacky World, great toy minds think alike. I was like, oh, wow, I guess I'm not the only one. In the middle point of 2024 was like, let's see what you guys' favorite figures are so far in 2024. We're going to get to that in a bit, but, as usual, want to say shout out to everybody on the roll call. What's up, G Brew? How are you and your cat? There we go. I got to catch up to where everybody is. Brent Dash, what's going on? What's up, Thursday night crew? Blake Tarpley's here. What up, Jeff and the Figure Files crew? What's up, Blake? James Green. Hey, Thursday night crew. What's up, Jeffrey? What's going on, James Green? Howdy, partners. What's up, Snake Eyes? How are you? Omega 579. Hey. What's happening? Finn Doom is here. Hello, Thursday night crew. Into my main man 100 grand. Jeffrey, what it is? What's going on, Finn Doom? I love that I'm scrolling through and seeing everybody say, what's up? Feels like we got an actual community here. That's awesome. So yeah, don't mind me as I'm scrolling through, smiling, seeing everybody saying, what's up? It's awesome. Whoop. What's up? Afton Child's here. Hello. Patrick P. Hi. How's it going? I hope everyone's finished their homework. I hope so. Is the school year over for most people at this point? I think it should be really close. We're like at the halfway point of June, so I hope most people are, or at least not done all the way, just about done. Roberts, Infinite Realms. Hey there, Jeff. How's it going? I'm doing good, Robert. How are you? That's one killer shirt. I think it's wicked myself. Thank you. Wicked, man. There you go. So you can actually see the full thing. It's pretty cool. Thank you, 80s. Oh, gosh. This Mike and I are having so much fun these days. I've had it for longer than I would actually think to remember. There we go. All right. Hopefully your ears didn't go when I was doing all that fiddling with it. Northern Nomad, what up, fellow collector suckers? What's up, Northern? Henry G's here. How's it going, Jeff? Figure Files crew. Hope everyone is having a great week. Hopefully you're having a good one too, Henry. Retro Robo's here. What's up, Jeff and the Figure Files crew? I feel like there should be really cool t-shirts off of this. The Figure Files crew. I just gotta talk to my artist friends about something like that. Like an old school 80s thing. Me like this. And the Figure Files crew in the background, throwing up a peace sign or some other stuff. Holding up not a boombox, but some figures, mints on card. King Collector, the king, is in the building. What's up, King Collector? Stickman's here. Hey, Jeff, and go Celtics. Even as a Lakers fan, I'm rooting against Dallas, so I do want to see Tatum and Brown and that whole crew get a ring. I think they've been a really good team, so I'm not going to be upset about them winning, especially on Luca. Big Rib, what's up, Mr. Jeffrey? How's it going? What's up, Big Rib? How are you? Judge Drez, what's good? What's up, man? Ravenous Collecting, what's up? How are you? Henry G, ready to bring out those brooms tomorrow night. I feel like they're gonna will every bit of passion, energy left for one more game and take it to 5. I think Boston won't be upset being able to celebrate in their stadium. Or is this the format of 2-3-2? Yeah, I think that is the case. So we'll see. Anyway, it's coming up. Tell me you didn't just say that. I feel like the shirt, the King Booker. 80s kid, I'm rocking a cool NASA graphic tee with an astronaut saying, "Give me some space." It's pretty clever, actually. I like that. My wife has an affiliation with NASA, so she gets all kinds of cool NASA gear. All right. My good friends over at Hasbro sent this along, and it's not our normal thing we talk about. Haha, figure files crew in the back and B-boy stance with 5 figure packs on their shoulders. Exactly, Blake. See, we're right here. That's the vision. I can see it right now. All right, so let's see here. We got finals format is 2-2-1-1. Yeah. So maybe Boston will take it easy so they can celebrate at home. I feel like back in the day it used to be different, right? All right. Anyway, good friends at Hasbro sent these along, and I figured I don't know if you guys dig Nerf, but I wanted to show them to you because I think they're actually pretty cool stuff. This is the Gel Fire. This just dropped, I think June 1st. It's part of their new blasters for summer 2024 campaign. This is the Nerf Pro Gel Fire Uproar. It's kind of cool. I like the handle on it. It's cool stuff. A little grip there. And you can see all the gel packs there. Looks like some rapid fire action. That's out. Price for that is $29.99. It's available at most retailers starting June 1st. So you can actually grab that now. If so interested, I'll post the link over in the dashboard. Next up is the Fortnite half-tone hero. It's pretty cool as well. It's got these little barrel shooters or bullets. I actually have something like this, and they're kind of fun. And this is more of a shotgun, so you can actually load it. It's pretty fun. And this one is also available now. You can get this for $19.99, and it's available exclusively to Amazon. Not right now. It's going to be there on the 15th, so Saturday, just a couple more days. And then finally, it's coming out a little bit later. This Venom pack, the Venom pack is kind of cool. I was born late October, so I was kind of like Scorpion themed stuff. This Venom pack actually has a Scorpion setup with it, and I dig that. It looks pretty cool. This Venom pack is going to be available on August 15th. Retail price $19.99, also an Amazon exclusive. I thought these were cool, so let me know what you guys thought of those. All right, let's see here. Good buddies at Hasbro. They are my pals. Andre Montalongo's here. What's up, Andre? How are you? Hope you all have a happy Father's Day. Yes, to all of you who are fathers and have your father still around. Hopefully, you guys have an awesome Father's Day this Sunday. My dad wants to see Bad Boys Ride or Die, so we're gonna go back into the theater and take up basically a whole row. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. I think Arnold had one of those Fortnite guns in T2. He might. G Brew, I'm so glad that tomorrow's Friday. Me too. I'm still behind from when the system was being updated for 8 days, which I think means one of the French techs spilled wine on the servers. Yeah, that seems like a really long time for it to be down. Being a fine figure. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, how are you? Ben Doom says, hit that like button. Shebrew, I feel less like Hasbro are my friends and more like they're loan sharks that I owe money. They're just sitting there with their bats the hammerhead style brass knuckles. Hey, you pay it up yet? Yeah, I kind of feel you on that one too. Boris Mortis is here. Evening, Jeff. How are you? I'm doing good, my friend. How are you? And hopefully better than it looks like my receptionist. All right, good deal. Showing back up with the full signal strength. Lots of stuff to get into before I talk about these top 10 figures that you all think so far of 2024 by June. So let's get into it. And here we go. Hot Toys. Deadpool and Wolverine. This figure looks amazing. I mean, they're doing great stuff as always, but this is a separate piece. In case you were curious, you swap this out for the non-battle damage version. Now, this is the deluxe, and I feel like everyone is going to want to get the deluxe because it's got all of the extra stuff. The collector edition is pretty basic. It's got Wolverine with the cowl, the bare arm showing, and that all looks cool. But you'll notice there is no separate hair, head sculpt where you can see the Hugh Jackman likeness, and it also lacks the sleeve. So you can't do all the various looks of Wolverine in this movie. And this regular basic version is 280. It's not cheap. I love those claws though. They look really cool. But boy, it's definitely a case where, yeah, that's nice and all, but I need to get the full deal. Also of note on this, you can see the mask head has interchangeable lower faces, so neutral head sculpt, sort of angry, and then I'm in the middle of an attack mode. So, boom, how you like me now? The deluxe edition, I think, is just where it's at here. You get the Hugh Jackman likeness, you got the eyeballs that rotate around. That's really cool. You get this chest piece that you swap out with the original, so you can have that battle damage deal. Interchangeable sleeve arms. I don't necessarily like the sleeved arms, but you've got that option. Same deal with the attachable claws, the lower faces on the mask head. And it's just the real look of Wolverine. This one's 340, so it's not cheaper, but that's what's going on the Hot Toys front so far. Kelly Cox is here. Hello, Kelly. How are you? Being a fine figure, little above my pay grade. I feel like we're really close to seeing something, maybe even next week. Although I'm fine with them pushing out some more MCU reveals till July or even August. I can still wait, but I feel like we're getting real close to that time period. We're going to start seeing Marvel Legends, Deadpool, and Wolverine products. So if that's more your price range, I think they've got you covered too. Green Man. I wonder how long he'll wear the mask in the movie. Probably not nearly as long as you would think. Brew. I seem to recall a bunch of comic creators like Claremont and Morrison talking about how the Tiger Stripes Wolverine costume, Wolvie costume, would look ridiculous in live action back in 2000. Looks fine to me. I think maybe back in 2000 they weren't that committed. I think what the real issue was, the costume designers couldn't figure out a way to make it look good. And to me, oh, this is totally possible is when the Arrowverse started doing as close to comic accurate as they were doing in a TV show. I'm like, well, there's no excuse for these big budget blockbuster films to not make their outfits look good. That's why I always hate that line in the first X-Men film. What do you expect us to wear? Yellow spandex? Yes. Darn it. Bring it out. So we're finally getting the yellow spandex with Wolverine. I'm excited about that. Just give me the legend himself by Hasbro's Marvel team. And I'm sure we're going to see that very soon. Being a fine figure, I'll wait for the Marvel release. I assume you're talking about the Hasbro release. Green Man, they were stuck in a Matrix black leather phase, and it was awful. Could not stand it. So boring and dull. I was like, once we got Iron Man, I was like, oh, you guys can't use that excuse anymore. It's comic books all the way around. All right. So that's that. Patrick P says the summer of She-Hulk. Good thing not the TV show. All right, let's see. Keeping this thing rolling. Update time for those of you who are backing or at least curious and interested in the progress of this Cantina HasLab, as Tom Finn calls it. Funky Coke Cantina. That's pretty good. One of my good friends that stopped collecting years ago is ready to get back in after I sent him a link to the cantina. Wow, the cantina is getting your friend back into it. Man, that is an expensive jump start back into the line. All right, so when I checked around 6:30, it was at 4,646 backers. Pretty solid. I think it was just last week or the end of this, no, last Friday, I think it was, where it got revealed. Always make sure to debut your HasLabs on a Friday when people who get paid can immediately start backing and feeling like, okay, I'm supporting this thing right now. Anyway, of course, we know that doesn't come out until the end of the HasLab, which is quick. Jeez. All right, right. I didn't refresh. Now let's see what we're looking at here. Not a whole lot. Just 10 more since 6:30. It's kind of slow, but they're already past the halfway point. 25 days, 3 hours and 36 minutes to go. I don't think you should have any worry, concern whatsoever about it getting funded, getting that 8,000 backers. If the ghost is any indication, I think all those tiers are going to get funded too. So there's your options for the cantina. Your default base 399 and your deluxe 499. That is not cheap, but there are lots of cool things with this one. July 8th is when it's done. I still think it's wild that they're doing this so quickly instead of the normal 45 days because that's another paycheck for people. So I'm just surprised they didn't throw that in there just to really accommodate and have let people have 3 paychecks to kind of juggle paying for this thing. Anyway, there's that. I just want to go back through the tiers really quickly. I do love these stickers. That's fun. Let's see. Got the Tanika sisters. They're in here for their first time. Apparently, they're only going to be available through this set. And I can hear the screams, not of people from Alderaan, but from the collectors, upset that they don't want to get this cantina, but they do want the Tanika sisters. To me, they don't have a purpose outside of the cantina. So if you're not going to get it, I mean, okay, I can understand being sort of upset, but the only time they were shown was in the cantina. So there you go. Be like, whoa, you can't get him outside of the canteen. He's the bartender. So why do you need him? All right. So here are our thresholds and our tiers. 11,000 backers gets his Greedo. Us, you all who are backing this, not me. 14,000 for the Nabran Lids. I butchered his name. Apologies, Nabran. And he looks really cool. Then 17,000 gets us the final figure in this set, Ariel Shosh. And so there you go, 17,000 backers to get everything done. I don't think they're going to have any problem getting all of that, all the tiers done. It might be a situation where they're at 20 days or 20 days. They've got 10 days left and everything's funded. And people are like, can you show us something else? Because these Star Wars HasLabs, and I can whine and complain and say, hey, you're forgetting about the Black Series, but the vintage collection, those HasLabs have had no problem, zero problem getting funded. So I understand why they're getting backed and why they're putting their money into it. I still think there's a market of 6-inch Black Series collectors that would happily bite in and go for a quality HasLab, not like the Rancor, but something else done at this level, this amount of detail and care. And hey, we want this to fund and get back. And I feel like they've had enough time to learn their lessons. So hopefully they will not stay scared and actually get us more Black Series HasLabs. Normies can't handle yellow spandex. I feel like that must be the case, Judge Drez. Blake, they need to add a secret blue Snaggletooth to that, like the OG version. That would be fun to see. There you go. There's your 20,000 tier figure right there. Being a fine figure, I believe Hasbro just keeps pushing this HasLab price just to see how much higher they can charge for future projects. The funny thing is, I'm not worked up one way or the other about this. So I don't know. Is this a terrible price point? Is it a bad deal? I feel like getting 3 figures that people have wanted in this line for a long time kind of helps with the exclusivity and the whole, oh man, this is once in a lifetime, one shining moment where I can get these figures. So I wonder if this was something comparable on a Black Series scale, where I would feel like this price point would be fair. I do think this is more of a Black Series price point, but if they get it funded, and they've had no problems getting that Ghost funded with more than half, but not the full crew of the Phoenix Squadron. I don't know. I think this is going to get funded, and they're going to keep cranking these out because the vintage collectors will buy any and all stuff from the vintage collection, even if it takes a little bit longer and for it to get to the outlet section to purchase. But they will do it. All right, let's see here. Boris Mortis, congratulations. I'm doing great. Managed to get the red Chun-Li at my Target. For once, I got lucky. I still have seen no figures from Jada Toy Street Fighter line at any Targets, Walmart, anywhere. It's like they're my white whale figure line. There's no sign of them. I'm talking to Captain Ahab. What's the deal with the Jada Toy Street Fighter figures at Target? But it's wild. All right, let's see here. 80s Kid, Hasbro denying my interest. I'm satisfied with the Lego set I need to build. The Lego set is the same price. Wow, really? Jeez, it has plenty of Cantina aliens. In fairness, the Lego figures are a little bit different than the vintage collection figures. And they've done a lot of really solid detail on those figures. So a little bit different in terms of what one could expect from a Lego figure, to vintage collection one. And I don't think this is cheap, of course, but I definitely think in terms of Lego versus, does Woo Her got you all in check with his chest hair? Do they have that with the Lego figure? Probably not. Retro Robo. Does anyone have that Black Series Powers of the Force Cantina Showdown 3-pack? What's the bar piece like? Retro Robo. I do not have it. But Force Cantina Showdown. That was easy enough. Let's see. Well, it's available still if you happen to want to go onto Amazon and spend a couple of dollars to pick it up. Now, to me, I don't remember what the original price was. I'll go back to what the prime Pulse listing for this set was, but this is half a bar. Like a fraction of the bar. Yeah, we get 3 figures. Now, again, I'm sure this was not the original price of this set, but there's like a corner of the bar. It's not nearly as much. And you kind of need that backdrop to get a sense of like, oh, here's what it is. But that's all you got with this thing. And they were like, you could buy multiples to get a full bar effect. That's not really a bar effect at all. It's so lackluster. And I was like, oh, this is cool, but that's all they gave you. And it's so, you can't even put Luke over here. You don't even have enough of this set to get 4 figures to sort of kind of get this whole likeness or recreation of the scene in that moment. It's just, I was disappointed with this and thought they could have done a better job of getting it out to us. But let me see here. So it was 110 on Pulse. So it was not cheap there either. I always think that's funny. Like you can see the price point when you go like do a basic Google search, but then it mysteriously vanishes. So it was 110, and I don't think that was worth $110 myself. Let's see here. Where else are we going? That HasLab's gonna fail. Have faith, 80s kid. It will back and get funded so fine, but no problem. Judge Dreads. Well, so many toy tubers will project what they will pay for plastic, so can't blame Hasbro for getting their profits off. Suckers. Suckers. Sorry, I don't know why I've got this Harlem Heat Booker T thing going. Maybe I'm gonna do a spin-a-rooney at the end of the episode. But in terms of what the Star Wars vintage collection wow, that's too much of a tongue twister. The TVC collectors will pay for Star Wars. It seems unlimited. I feel like the Black Series collectors are like, nah, that's too much. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to go for that. No, I can't do that. But I think the vintage collectors are like, maybe that's all they're getting, because I feel like they've done so much. You'd either have to have a master super basement to put all your vintage collection stuff in. I don't know how you could fit it into a bedroom at this point because they've done so many play sets, they've done so many HasLabs that you could only invest in this and you'd be all right. But if you were getting multiple lines, I think that'd be really tricky. So, and you notice with other HasLab projects, the toy tubers are out there. I can't stand those toy tubers. Saying, hey, this is worth it, this isn't worth it. But we'll see, like the Giant Man didn't fund all the way through, and just some other ones that aren't like the Sky Striker, it didn't get funded fully with all of the tiers. So collectors are gonna nah, it's too much. I'm not doing this. That's a little bit too expensive. I think Star Wars, specifically the TVC side of it, they'll pay whatever. And it keeps seeming that they're raising the price of those figures, $27.99 for deluxe vintage collection figures. It's a lot to me, and that's kind of why I got out of it. But Judge Dredd, you probably are right. The Star Wars crowd will be like, "Don't do us like you did the Black Series collectors. We need our HasLabs." Method to Madness, what's up? Yo, just want to say hi before I head home from work. Hopefully, you had a great day at work. Since I tend to miss your live streams, hope you're doing well, my brother. I am doing awesome. Drive safe. Thank you for tuning in and saying hey, and hopefully, you'll enjoy the replay. Green Man, wish I had a floor. I do think the lack of a floor is kind of odd. I mean, just do one of those better than the extreme sets floors so they don't warp up on you, but just that was a time for a basic piece of cardboard. And I think, yeah, that's great. That's all we needed for this. But anyway, there we go. All right. Henry G says, I thought about backing the Cantina. I did back the Razor Crest and the Ghost, but I'm not really a vintage collection collector. But they really need to show the Black Series some HasLab love. They do. And I keep trying to think what outside of an X-Wing would be a guaranteed sale for Black Series HasLabs in the future. Maybe I should do a video on that. Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions in the dashboard if I put a poll up. It doesn't have a top or a bottom. If it had a top, it would be absolutely worthless because you couldn't see all the cool stuff in there. So yeah. Steve D. Tomaso. Hopefully I did not butcher your last name, Steve. I hope the Joe HasLab stays reasonable, $299 or less. Well, I guess it depends on what the price threshold is for a jet. We've gotten our medium-sized large tank, medium large in the his tank. We haven't gotten the Mobat, the Mauler. We don't know what that price point is going to be. Gotta imagine he'd be a little bit larger, a little wider. But then the Dragonfly was cheaper than the his tank. So we'll see. I gotta assume that they're probably going to be a little bit more. What is the max price point that we're willing to pay for a G.I. Joe HasLab though? Is that threshold 350, 299? I don't know. I am with you. I would hope they don't push it too far past 299, maybe 325 if they've got a lot of stuff. I do kind of feel like the Rattler doesn't have to be that much more complicated than the Dragonfly. It's basically a long cylinder too. And the wingspan is where more of that comes into play, but those wings don't need to do anything special. They don't need to rotate. They don't need to, I guess they do need to rotate up, just go up and down. That's all they really need to do. So they've got one gear mechanism, and we've seen this, geez, back in the days with Slave One, when Kenner was releasing Star Wars figures, we just need a little quick lever on the wings, no problem. So I hope they stay within that price point. I feel like the Joe team is reasonable with what they've been pricing stuff. Like, all right, I see why this is 34 versus the normal 24 price point. So hopefully that'll be the case because I'm that one I'm already penciled in for. So hopefully it won't be too bad. Alexander Storm, I agree. It's kind of pricey. Yeah, I'm curious what the numbers are going to be for this one versus the ships, and if this is going to steer them away, no pun intended, from doing play sets and then focusing more on vehicles and ships and stuff like that with their future HasLabs. Jamelin, I don't feel like they've really given Black Series collectors a chance. They only did one true BS HasLab. Oh, sorry, I was reading that totally different. They only did one true Black Series. HasLab and the Rancor, which actually came pretty close. It only due to their fumbles. That's the thing. It's like collectors, they support projects with their money, but I really feel like in this case, they didn't show us all the stuff. And then when they were rolling out stuff, I was like, whoa, there's some no-brainer inclusions you guys should be putting into this ranker with your tiers. Why are you not putting them here? And we understand there's some figures, some characters that aren't going to make it to Walmart and Target because all the pearl clutching mothers going, oh no, she's wearing a bikini with mesh over top of it. Gasp. We don't really need to worry about that. Thanks to Pulse, thanks to HasLabs. And I just continue to be amazed that they botched that whole execution. And they're going, and we hope you guys learned your lesson. You're never getting another Black Series HasLab from us. So hopefully they'll show us some more love and finally get to something for us. So much is missing. Duros Twins, Walrus Man, Everson. They've released Walrus Man and Everson. The Devil, yeah, that one, and a bunch of other characters. I mean, I don't think they could reasonably. I mean, they didn't do all of the team members for the Ghost HasLab. I wasn't expecting a cantina full of figures. Now, should they put some more of those that they've already done back in rotation? Yes, but I don't know if I would have expected them to do more than 5, more than 7 figures for any HasLab, especially since we saw the Ghost just needed Sabine and Chopper, and they're like, nah, that's too much. Too much. I can't do it. So we'll see. G Brew, the Ghostbusters team seems to be teasing the Ecto 1 as a 2024 Ghostbusters HasLab. I'm guessing 112 scale, which I want. Give to me the Ecto 1, which fits 6-inch figures. So hopefully it works out for you. Ryan, what's up, man? We missed you last night too. Can't watch tonight. Just popping in and say what up to Jeff and everybody. Hope you're doing well, Ryan. Bro, I'm not collecting the Street Fighter figures because I'm not a gamer, but I've seen the shirtless dude in the black pants. You mean Fei Long and Chun Li only at Targets in Ohio? That is wild. Not see one in any Target or Walmart over here. Jamelin says that Lego set does look pretty cool. I like how much of the actual building you get. Let's see. I want to see now. Curious. Star Wars Cantina. There we go. That's easy enough. And it is indeed the same price. It's crazy. Hard to find. It's on back. Gosh, I can stand all of the different pop-ups that come when you go to some of these websites. It's wild. All right, let's take a look at this Lego Cantina. Now, they've got ships, they've got all kinds of stuff. They got a dewback, they've got 3 of the Figuring Dan band, man. We've got R2, we've got C3PO, Han Solo, Chewie, Obi-Wan, Luke. Why does Luke have a lightsaber? Sorry, just really, I don't know why that bothers me so much. Got the devil horn guy, okay. We've got the sneaky Imperial spy, 2 sand trooper and a stormtrooper. A lot of good stuff. We got the exterior down. Let's see what else we got in this bad boy. All right. Let me see here. I can do my full. There we go. Got my 360. That's pretty cool. You got the outside. Let's see inside though. All right. So we got. Sorry. Oh, you getting me bigger for me? Let's do this. That's cool. We got who does have chest hair? All right. I got to take that back then. That's well worth the $3.99 all by itself. Where is this thing? Darn it. They had a great shot. And I'm just trying to pull this back up. Luke, already on the ground. And the great Ponda Baba and Dr. Everson they don't like him either. Time to slice off an arm. Han's having a quiet conversation with Greedo, gun under the table. Yeah, I bet you have. Pretty solid stuff. I mean, you do mention $3.99, same price. It's interesting that it has so much cool stuff, but man, I guess if you're a Lego collector, you're really getting your money's worth versus a vintage collection figure. Excuse me. Judge Dreads. I'm pretty sure some creative person will 3D print a cantina for cheap. How cheap? Because I keep hearing people going, oh man, this 3D printer is going to put this thing out there. But I have not seen a lot of indication that they're cheaper or some crazy deal compared to buying them straight from the source. Being a fine figure, I finally saw Black Lion 40th Voltron in my local Target and passed on it because they're so terrible in stockiness and having to resort to aftermarket prices for the other lines. That's not great. By the way, what's with all the cups and plates? People gonna have a buffet or something on Tuesdays? On Tuesdays at Moss Eisley Cantina, ladies eat and drink for free, so everybody comes out to the cantina. Then Wooher is really upset on those days. Jalen Parks, I think that Black Series bar should have been in the $8,100 range. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they just didn't need to include Obi-Wan. I feel like that's part of the necessary price. Let's say when that came out, the figures were still $20. So if you chop him out, that would kind of make that price point a little bit more reasonable. It was 110. So yeah, that's where it would get in there a little bit better. Yeah, yeah. And I just think that's where they messed up with the price point with it, because I feel like most collectors have one Obi-Wan Kenobi figure from Star Wars. So when I say Star Wars, I mean Star Wars / New Hope. It's always Star Wars to me. Coach Jeffrey. Thank you, Northern. Appreciate you. Boris Mortis. All right, Jeff. Next, you need to do your King Booker. What the heck? Oh man, King Booker was awesome. He was putting on that whole phony accent. Man, so funny. He's still really funny on NXT. I've been watching a lot more of that lately. He and Vic Joseph have been doing it. It's been really good stuff. Yeah, $80 would have been reasonable. Yeah, Retro Robo would have been so much better. I can't go for that. No, no. I'm sorry. I'm just in a real singy pop culture mood tonight. Let's do it. Green Man. I think it'll be fine. Giant Man was said it wasn't fun, but it did. But I do see this as a step down compared to the sail barge. Yeah, it was. It was. I think with what happened with Giant Man, people didn't care about the tears. Like I think they put that wasp in there, that he would have funded so much faster. It wouldn't have been this sweat out thing. Like, oh, is he gonna get here or not? I think that's what happened. If they had just thrown in like that, if they had thrown in the figures from the 2-pack, that'd have been it. It'd have been no problem. It would have funded. Met the tiers. They probably could have done a 3rd or 4th figure like we saw with Galactus, and or I guess it was 3 figures with Galactus. So I think that wouldn't have had any problem. I hope they learned that lesson. Don't take the negative. We didn't like the versions of the figures that you chose for the Ghost Rider, not Ghostbuster, for the Ghost Rider HasLab, and say, oh, guess you guys don't want any more figures. It's not it. We just want better. We wanted the better versions of those characters and make that Engine of Vengeance a little bit cheaper. Chiru. I'm more familiar with Mortal Kombat due to the fact that a buddy of mine, my brother and cousin, play Mortal Kombat together whenever a new one comes out. Those are fun games. I think they do a really good job with those. Judge Drez, the Black Series collectors earn my respect. They stood on business. You better believe it. King Collector. I totally forgot about that Ghost HasLab. It's big time. You be playing. What's up, Jeffrey? I think a Black Series X-Wing would be a slam. Right. I mean, it's the. I mean, if you take out the Falcon, which you should, because that's the Star Wars vehicle. But after that is the X-Wing, 100%. But then I think they could do some fun stuff with like a vehicle like Count Dooku's ship. That's pretty small cockpit. You just have like a soft goods sail. I don't think that has to be so expensive. It only needs seats for him and maybe a co-pilot. Maybe. That's it. I mean, that's something they could do. Probably not to HasLab standards. I think that's something they could get away with doing as an exclusive on Pulse. There are more options for vehicles than they're trying, and it's kind of frustrating. It's like you could do more because people do want to buy this stuff. Harry G, do you think they could do an Empire Strikes Back at? Hopefully not, unless they want me to get divorced. I don't think my wife would be really thrilled with me buying 4 HasLab AT-ATs, because that would be the thing. Like Mortimer, we're getting them all. That Empire Strikes Back is like one of my favorite movies, and I'm a real sucker when it comes to, ooh, that was an Empire Strikes Back. And the AT-ATs are like the super like, ah man, this is a vehicle for the Empire. I mean, this is just walking destruction. And you guys know how much I love taking out that Black Series snow speeder anytime we get enough snow. So when I put it down, it's not grass underneath. I would lug the Black Series AT-ATs out there. I was really trying to figure out a way to get those micro machine AT-ATs and trying to figure out some way to dummy up the perspective so I could get a bunch of those and have them with my Black Series snow speeder. But if they were to ever do those, they'd be ridiculously expensive. And I don't know if I would have the voice, apparently. I don't know if I would have the oh, this is a bad idea. You can't get three. Whatever that maximum was for those, I'd be like, I think we can manage this. We can work it out. No, that would be something where they should do price payment plans, because they would totally get me on something like that. Judge Dreads, I said before, Death Star HasLab in any scale would fun. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't done that for the vintage collection, because I feel like that's something that they should do. I mean, you could just make a big globe and then just section off with different parts of the movie. I feel like that's something that would sell. 80s kid, the can of worms haven't been opened again. We're supposed to get the X-Wing a decade ago. Hasbro owes us the X-Wing. I mean, I don't know if they owe us anything. What they owe us is quality stuff when they put it out, and non-lousy offerings for HasLabs, and the opportunity to get figures we want at a reasonable price point, and without having to jump through Walmart exclusives. But I will definitely buy an X-Wing HasLab. I think it's overdue, and it's definitely because we got Luke's other vehicles. We've got the speeder bike from Return of the Jedi. We've got the snow speeder. We got the land sand speeder. I mean, everything else is solid. Just need that. It's an iconic one. Blake, I think the Black Series should do something like the Trouble Bubble and make 6-inch compatible mini rig vehicles. Right. I mean, dude, they could do the Cloud City ore ship. I don't know the official name, but I mean, that would be something that should be affordable. It's two little compartment ships connected. You could easily just make a piece that snaps them together. Bam. There's options, and I don't know why they haven't tried to do more of them. Alexander Storm, I think a Jedi Star Cruiser with some hyper ring would fun for the Black Series. That's a great idea too. I mean, there's tons of stuff they could do. I don't know why they're going, no, can't hear you. So, maybe we should just do this video. I'm gonna write that down. Black Series vehicle options. All right. It maybe not even HasLabs. It wasn't official till you guys saw me write it down. Retro Robo. Henry G. Someone had a diagram showing many of the vehicles in Black Series scale next to the size of a person. So many of them just seemed out of reach size-wise. Slave 1 was as tall as me. I mean, would we complain about getting these vehicles without having to pay $1,000 for them if they were slightly undersized and they had to make some compromises where it's like, well, you should be able to stand up? I feel like I would not. Now, I can't speak for the entire collecting community, but understanding a properly 2-scale version of Slave 1 or the Millennium Falcon is inconceivable. I'd be okay if they took some shortcuts to make it work. Not in the sense of, well, they'll never know we didn't include this part. There's no satellite radar dish on the Millennium Falcon. I'd noticed that, but they made a few things a little bit tighter. I'd be okay with it. I agree. Slave 1 HasLab would fund pretty easily. Let's make it happen. I was shocked when I went on Pulse and troopers were back. Doc Avenger, which troopers? There's so many now. Kelly Cox, is the Cobra hydrofoil too big for a classified HasLab? See, the cool thing about a lot of those Joe vehicles, they all kind of fit within this kind of narrow scope where they kind of build out. There's not a whole lot that's super wide. Excuse me. And because of that, I think there's more options. So, like the hydrofoil really just needs space, size wise, kind of like our starting point. There we go. So scientific. All right. Here's buzzer. So let's just put Phalon. So you figure they need to have like this much space and then a shell around them, maybe like this wide. I think a HasLab hydrofoil could work because it's just a space for the driver, the pilot, and the gunner. And then you have your space for your real gunner, your co-pilot, your gunner. That's the only figure slots that you need. Everything else, like I've already said, you could compromise and just make it sleeker, slimmer. I don't think people would complain. Oh man, it's supposed to be this wide. I think if we were able to just get it, people wouldn't care. And that's where you're not packing a bunch of troops on there. It's not, hey, it's supposed to fit 40 troopers. You just need 3. That's it. And you have your big missiles, your torpedoes on the side, and just run with it. I think it's possible, and hopefully we can get that later on. Judge Dredd, things can be scaled down to reasonable sizes. It's not a pyramid, it's a toy. Blake, a 6-inch cloud car might be cool with a bunch of Bestman figure unlocks. Pilots, Ugnaughts, Lobot, etc. Then do a mainline Lobot release later. They would be so upset if we got Lobot through the HasLab. Bro, I find it very strange that Toy Biz and Kenner Hasbro had no issues giving us scantily clad characters or inappropriately named ships or characters until Disney bought Marvel and Star Wars. Well, I mean, that does make sense. And in terms of scantily clad, I mean, I think that's kind of subjective, right? I mean, when we talk about scantily clad, is Warbird scantily clad? I mean, is she as Power Princess scantily clad? I just think I think really the only one that's been like, what are y'all doing? Is Hut Slayer Leia. I feel like she should get done, but they're being really funny about that when she's literally wearing more than a bikini. Because she's got the big sash. Because Jabba doesn't want everybody else checking her out. She's just there for him, not everybody else. Snake Eyes. I wish Star Wars team would do a HasLab for Black Series, but knowing the Star Wars team, they ain't gonna do another one. Hopefully we're all wrong with that. Doc Avenger, Rattler with Wild Weasel. That's coming. Is as much of a lock as it seems. I feel like we're comfortable saying that's gonna be revealed at Comic-Con. You can put in a couple chips. Don't put them all in there, but I think that one's a safe bet. Mauler with Steeler. Mobat with Steeler. Wolverine and a new cover girl. Yes. Any one of these would be fine. Only thing would stop me is a ridiculous price. Yes. It's this one thing. Ooh. King Collector. The Black Series HasLab should be the Blockade Runner. CR90 Corvette. Fun. The Lego set looks better than the HasLab. Snow Glare looks positively wretched. Retro Robo, so much scum and villainy. Blake Tarpley, no Snaggletooth on any Cantina set. That's a crime. Felix says, Felix Guerrero, what's going on? Ladies eat and drink for free is always a winner. It is. I mean, that's all you need. Green Man. Would be funny to have the holiday special characters like B. Arthur. And that did the Science Project Volcano for a head. I don't know if I get the last part of what you said there, Green Man. Steve, conspiracy theory. I love those. Let me get my tinfoil hat. Hasbro is testing price thresholds with Black Series Cantina Showdown. How much will collectors pay? It sold out quick, and there's only one per customer. It's a Pulse exclusive. Was it? I thought they were saying on that live stream to get multiples. That way you could have a wider bar. And it did sell out. Did it sell out quick? I felt like they put that back up several times. Anyway, I mean, if that were the case, then we should get more play sets. So I don't know what they're doing with it. It's wild, and there's room for more. Lefty T Lions BK crew, what it do? What's up, Lefty? Been waiting on you. Randall G, hey Jeff, that McFarlane Target tease for the Batman animated series Batmobile was more exciting than the Cantina or the Legacy Soundwave. I pre-ordered today was too. I'm excited about the Legacy Soundwave. Lar A, I know why you haven't seen him, Maryland brother. I too have never seen any of the Jada Toys 6-inch Street Fighter figures in stores. Said it before and we'll say it again. Jada not also selling through GameStop is crazy. That is true. They could even do variants in black and store exclusives. That is a very good point. Malcolm Lee, gotta add Goblin Queen and Quick Kick to the list. Which list? Jamelin, the micro, thank you. Galaxy AT-AT is pretty cool. I'm into that line. They had a sale, and I was like, don't do it. This is when Target had a massive sale when everything was like, you can't get two AT-ATs. Calm it down. There you go, Blake. You're gonna need 8 AT-ATs for that at Christmas lawn sleigh display. Now there's a way. Maybe I can sell it that way. This isn't for me. This is for Christmas decorations. Yeah, there we go. Kelly Cox, AT-AT would be a full-size Great Dane. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Judge Dreads, I got that Micro Galaxy AT-AT too. It's very cool. It does look cool. Why did I not get it again? Robert, Death Star would be something tempting to me too. Jalen, Jeff, did you ever see the Black Series scale ATST chicken walker that someone made for Robo? Yes, it looked really cool. I don't know why Hasbro is like that is something that should be made. It's in Return of the Jedi. I don't know what anniversary year for that is. I just passed it, but that's something they could have done. That could have been a HasLab. They're missing out on the Black Series market in terms of what we pay for vehicles. I just really missing it. Twin Pod Cloud Car. Thanks, Robert. Hasbro has not done a Black Series Lobot. I mean, there's some surprisingly missing characters from the line. It's like, why haven't we gotten this character yet? So there's a really odd one. The Cloud City vehicle is just called a Cloud Car. Thank you. James Green. Hey, Jeffrey, do you think they'll make a retro car Serpentor? This is like command. I would assume so. There was so much demand for that figure. I mean, he sold out 5 times, and they could not meet the demand. And for him or Mindbender, so I gotta assume we'll see them again. And the retro card is a really easy way for them to do so. I would hope for everyone who missed out that they would also figure out a way to put out his air chariot too, because I mean that's really essential to Serpentor. So I like to see that. Judge Drez, I'm not a Star Wars guy, but I would buy an Imperial Star Destroyer for my outer space shelf. Snake Eyes, how big would an ATST be? I don't know. I mean, take your Chewbacca figure and just make it big enough so he can fit in there, and you're solid. And just size it up so it's taller than like 4 figures standing on each other. Randall G, if McFarlane can make a 6-inch figure scale bat boat for $30, why can't Hasbro make a hydrofoil for under 100? I think McFarlane doesn't put his stuff with the same level of detail as the classified series stuff. Now, if you were to say Marvel Legends or somebody else, probably. But I mean, the hydrofoil doesn't need to be that wide. It just needs to be as wide as, say, 3 figures across and, a shell. Bonus points if it floats. Not that I would take it into the bathtub and have them like flying around in the river somewhere. No, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe 200. Would that be a fair price? Retro Robo says, well, what about instead of full 6-inch scale vehicles, we could do iconic sections as playsets, like Millennium Falcon cockpit. I agree. Death Star trash compactor, right? Tantium 4 hallway. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. These are other good ideas, and they did the hallway set for the vintage collection. I don't know, and then you could do the, geez, the carbonite freezing chamber. That's something that I would buy with no hesitation for the Black Series. I saw it for the vintage collection. I was like, man, you guys want me to get back into that, but yeah, I don't know. They're smaller things they really could do. Judge Drez, Todd is making 7-inch scale vehicles on a frequent basis and seems not to have any. Yeah, I mean, he's showing it is possible. I don't know what the deal is with some of these other companies, but Mattel is doing vehicles for cheaper than $50 too. I mean, you see a lot of their WWE vehicle play sets. They're showing it's possible just as well. Typing gets hard when I'm trying to do it fast. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the price of this thing. Yeah, it's still here. Yeah, it's still here. So here's what Mattel's doing with their WWE line. So, I mean, they put a stretcher in this thing. So, I mean, it's an ambulance, fit your vehicles, fit your figures in there, and you know, Kareem's pretty happy with the ambulance. List scale. You can put a figure in the back on the stretcher. I mean, come on. That's cool. I don't know. Yeah, we got somebody driving it. We got Kofi. Dude, J Rock, and it breaks apart. I mean, come on. We can do this thing. I like how Ray is coming out this time as opposed to getting slammed headfirst into the vehicle. But this thing is possible. It's $50. So I don't know what Hasbro's hangups are with some of their lines in terms of vehicles, but Mattel is doing it. Farland's doing it. They can do it too. Leia was wearing more in Jabba's palace than Kate. It's just totally backwards, man. Boris Mortis. Speaking of Flatbird, I caved and brought the old one from eBay. Going to customize it to modernize it a bit. Flatbird, are you talking about the latest Warbird figure? King Collector. Spin Master makes big vehicles for under $30. Like their Batmobiles and Batwing. They could have made that classified tank for $25. That would be a terrible classified his tank. That'd have been really cheap. But I mean, that's the price that they're selling these figures for. I don't know if that would have happened. John Zimmerman. That's the What a Wrecking Crew. HasLab absorbing man and Jarvis's tears. Nah, they need to make those as figures. So I am happy to report I'm making major progress on the whole changing up of my Marvel Legends display. And I put my villains, I got my A-listers on the top shelf now. And I got the Wrecking Crew, excuse me, in the back of that section, right next to Absorbing Man, hopefully to swap them out with better scaled versions than these monstrosities that we have currently. But we're still supposed to get some news on the Secret Wars set. So hopefully we'll see them with better bodies, better molds, because geez, they're really starting to stand out, not in a good way. Cheaperoo. How am I supposed to explain why she's wearing that to my kid? Tell them a giant slug forced me to wear that stupid thing. So I killed him because I didn't like it. Carrie Fisher. Exactly. Blake says, I bet a Lego collector could easily upscale the cantina to fit the 6-inch figures and post it online. That would be a major upscale, Blake. That's good. Apparently, people are seeing them. Right? We're just not seeing them in this part of the country. King Collector, those big Spin Master, big Batmobiles look great on the shelf. 80s kid, I'm working on it. Jam Parks, Jeff, those micro AT-ATs are still out there. Let me know if you want me to grab one. We actually have them here too, like suspiciously after the sale. I don't know if there's something to that, but if I need help, I will hit you up, my friend. Thank you. Van Doom, wife got me my first Motu figure since the 80s from birthday. New attorney at Trapjaw. I'm digging it. That's cool, man. Those new Eternia figures are really, really fun. And they're every time I get a new one, it opens like I was not buying any more Masters of the Universe figures after Motu Classics, but they got me, and I'm totally hooked. Nice. Yeah, yeah. It's just they got me on a lot of stuff, so I couldn't in good conscience buy multiple AT-ATs at that point. So I'm hoping later on maybe get a Labor Day sale. I grab them then. Kelly Cox. Serpentor without his chariot it would be like Ghost Rider without his motorcycle. Hmm. Who would ever do that? Lomo musician. Hey there, Jeff. What's going on? I would love to get figures and vehicles from the up and coming Outlaws video game. I'm still waiting on figures from Fallen Order. I am so amazed that they have taken so long and no peep of any individual characters from Survivor. I would assume maybe we'll get like the main character from Outlaws, but gosh, and that's a whole other thing that they're missing the boat on because there's a ton of fans of Star Wars who would love to buy more figures from these video games they play all the time. Just Dress, man, I can make a sweet custom out of that. Slambulance is solid, and they do all kinds of cool vehicles. They've got a lowrider coming up soon, and it's just they're showing us vehicles are possible. George Savory, what's up, Jeff? You think what's up, man? You think McFarlane will make the '89 Batwing? And if he does, would you get it? Probably not, just because of the space. Like I'm doing a major makeover, reconstructive surgery, whatever you want to call it. My figure room is like ah, some of this stuff, and it's basically because of the waves and the lines. Like GI Joe, the whole thing is going to get redesigned as I get more classified series. Marvel Legends, just because I'm so far into it and I'm down for whatever. If they start doing more stuff for Star Wars, yeah. Fortunately, there's not as much DC stuff, and I keep buying more McFarlane stuff than I thought I would, but yeah, I don't know. Would you get it? Steve, hopeful for new Wrecking Crew as well. I have all other available figures displayed over a couple of Secret War shelves. Nice. That's fun. That's a cool way to do it. Yeah, I put the Beyonder infused power Doctor Doom with my cosmic villains. I'm hoping to finish actually standing all the figures. I have them leaning to the side on top of each other right now. And then I'm going through the process, the very quick process of standing all the figures and posing them in the shells. And oh no, I forgot these three figures. Now I've got to reconfigure everything. So hopefully I'll show you guys a video of that real soon. Undercover Colton's here. Hey Jeffrey, Figure Files crew. What's up, Undercover Colton? Hades kid, only G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe. Shout out Savage Land. Transformers is just cool. Star Wars Vintage Collection gets it. Even Marvel Legends is getting it. Now, wait a second. Marvel Legends has been on it at least since this point last year. Y'all are dragging Marvel Legends. They've been putting out quality stuff for a year. The Black Series needs an intervention. I don't even know what that is. I would sign off on that. 80s. We've gotten finally that Darth Maul. You and I both wanted Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, more prequel characters. We got Little Annie, got Padme. We've got a lot of figures. We got Kiadi Mundi coming tomorrow. Lots of figures that we've been asking, going, where is this figure? We got Darth Sidious finally. We got a Yoda coming. We got Clone Wars Mace. I feel like they've done pretty well figure wise. Vehicles, accessories, not so much, but figures, they've done a lot better than they have lately. No, man, we got to get a box set of the Wrecking Crew. And they've done box sets. They're not afraid to do those. So I'm hoping it won't take that long. John Zimmerman. Okay, then. How about an Atlas HasLab with Jolt and Techno? Shoot, I would love to get charcoal in there too. But maybe we could do Techno and then do not Fixer, or Techno part 2. And Meteorite, we still need her. I mean, I was putting it up and I've got my 3 Thunderbolts. I've got Mach 5. I've got uh, what was her name? Melissa, Songbird, and Citizen V. I'm like, man, they released those figures so long ago, but we have no one else to the mix. They really need to get on that. Henry G, Ghost Rider without his bike. Now, who would get? Oh, wait, exactly. John, it wasn't fun, but I don't know about that. I mean, I think if they were to do what they have been doing, put in figures, older ones, so they did Citizen V, Songbird, Mach 5, put them back out in rotation, or do updated versions. Citizen V needs it. He's using that Bucky cap mold, which is really outdated, and they colored him wrong. I think there's enough Thunderbolts fans that they could get away with doing that. And or maybe just make a supersized version for Pulse. Can't wait to see the new figure room. I can't either. It's a work in progress, but I'm feeling pretty happy with how it's going. Lefty Two Lions BK, the Batman animated series Batmobile is the last vehicle I need for the Bat Shelf. Target is playing with my emotions. Quit playing games with Lefty's heart. Target. Kelly Cox McFarlane already made the 89 Batwing last year, didn't he? I don't remember. I don't remember if that was supposed to be the 89 Batwing or if it was supposed to be the Flash Batwing. King Collector. We do need a Marvel Legends Retro Beyonder, complete with Lionel Richie attire in white. Boris Mort is the only Star Wars I'm collecting her from Knights of the Old Republic. Hope they release a new figure. Yeah, it's going to be a minute because they've got to do all these figures from the Acolyte now. Cool. With that, I've caught up to the comments. Yay me. Sorry. Allergies. I don't know why they like to pop up on the show. All right. I've been trying to keep you guys up to date on it, but Hasbro is doing their Power Days sales event. More stuff is getting dropped and added. You have to kind of pay attention. These guys, the Steel Core, have been in and out of stock. So if you're seeing something that's out of stock now, don't necessarily assume that's going to be the case long term. Fist Ninja has been in and out of sale or stock as well. Lady Bullseye, same deal. I got Tripwire still there. And I know Shooter was out of stock for a couple days during this sale. So look and keep checking. They're adding things very quietly to it. And if there's something you want, they want to make that move. It's a good sale. It ends on Monday. Coincidentally, just in time for a new drop of Marvel Legends. But they've had a bunch of good stuff on here. And I'm pretty excited with this sale. So check it out and let me know if you got anything. Love my musician. I really wish Hasbro would give that Engine of Vengeance another run. Just release it as a mainline vehicle, $199. I think if they were to strip the LED, take all that out, just wow. Sorry, it's like a plane flew overhead. Like I thought it was my cell phone ringing. Anyway, I think they stripped all the LED out and just made it a base vehicle with no light up thing. I think if they were to do it for like 150, 175 and include Robbie. We've seen with G.I. Joe Pulse exclusive vehicles, they include a driver, so it's not out the realm of possibility. They could make that happen. And I think that would be a better way for it to get out there because people do like Robbie. I know some collectors are upset because they weren't able to get him because of how they botched the execution of that HasLab. Stickman, did you see those new Acolyte figures? Osa and more holograms. The tags will never be called again. I think the OSHA figure is really well done. She's on my list to pop up and show everybody. I think they did a really good job with her figure. I mean, I think the likeness is really good. Wow, too big. I mean, that is a really well done job. The hair sculpt is solid. Her outfit looks good. I mean, even if you don't care about the Acolyte, I think she's a really cool looking figure. And here's some more shots of her with her bogus droid slash phone. I really think that in terms of just the quality of the figure, she looks good. Looks like she's got their basically double jointed elbow articulation. good range there, and good amount of detail on the outfit. The texture here, gun looks cool. The hair sculpt again looks really well done. Face printing, solid. Even if you don't like the acolyte, I think this is a really good figure. But I'm with you. I don't know why they continue to make these hologram figures. They can't give them away. I don't know what the deal is with those. Doc Avenger, they should do like the Four Horsemen we're doing. If you want to put an order in, it'll be here at this date. Yes. I thought it was. Yeah. 80 skid, you want to get them? Lomo musician. I agree. I'm getting all those Ocean figures, love accessories, and the likeness. Yeah. Like they did a really good job with her. Judge Dreads. I would fund a Carter Slade and Fire Horse HasLab. I mean, do they have to make that a HasLab? I feel like we're seeing with the classified series. We're seeing with other lines. It is possible to get vehicles and figures out there. We've got the Dan Ketch in his motorcycle coming. We've done horses before, right? I mean, McFarlane's done horses. Excuse me. I don't see why we couldn't get Carter Slade and his horse beyond a HasLab. Aquarius Man, what's going on? Hi, Jeff. How are you? Doing good. Did you order anything? Oh my gosh, I forgot. All this time I've been talking all this time. What y'all get this week? Yes, I did. I got Tripwire and I got the Cobra Valkyrie. That's what I got. How about you? Man, I can't believe y'all let me go on this long without asking y'all what you got. Been talking so much about the cantina and all this other fun stuff. It just totally slipped my mind. Let's see, where do I want to go? All right, let's go here. 80s kid asked me about it anyway. Transformers. Transformers are here. And let's go back to the front page. Homepage of my affiliate Entertainment Earth. We got the Legacy United Deluxe Clash G1 Optimus Prime based on his toy design. Can y'all help me out with this GoBot set? They were saying GoBots. I'm like, that's not Leader One. Maybe I missed something, but if y'all know, let me please. This one, clearly I was most excited about. I've got all the three main original jets: Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp. I've got a Megatron as kind of a placeholder, but my collection was really missing Soundwave. So now he's finally here in tape mode, and he comes with Ravage, he comes with Buzzsaw, and yet another Rumble. I was really hoping to get Frenzy since he was so hard to track down, but now got him, got his three of his cassettes. So I'm very excited about that. Very cool to actually get them finally. So it's coming in October, early birthday present, maybe. But there's a ton of other Transformers. They look cool, just don't have any connection to them. Like this Quake figure, he looks pretty cool. The purple guns, I'm assuming he's a Decepticon. But let's see here. Yeah, the guns are always a giveaway. So yeah, he was pretty cool. They did a really good job with these figures, these reveals. And you know, the thing with Transformers is I'm not connected to all this stuff, but the figures they're doing are really well done, well executed. Here is the Legacy Core Armada Universe Galvatron. Galvatron. So let me know if you guys got them or any of them. Henry G. I want to get at least one more Steel Trooper 2-pack, but I slept on it. I'm hoping it comes back so I can get that and another Trouble Bubble. Check back tomorrow. Maybe they'll put in a whole other drop of figures. Fingers crossed for a few more that I'm looking for. But the Steel Core characters, figures, 2-pack has been up at least twice. Because I've seen it sold out as soon as they put it up, and then it came back. It sold out, and then earlier today it was back in stock. If I see it tomorrow, I'll try to put it in the dashboard just in case you hope to what? Hope to be looking at it. Lar A, 2 packages from the Pulse sale arrived last night. Not a bad day since I also found a $25 Marvel Legends 5-pack at Ross last night after striking out at 2 Ross stores the day before. Nice. I got the 2 pack, so 5 pack, so I haven't been looking for it, but I'm glad you were able to track it down. Just Dress, I just bought an awesome 3D printed Gamera figure and nobody even knows about it. Well, except for the millions of people watching this show right now. Documenter, still waiting for Horseman to resend my newest in Bastet after FedEx delivered it to the wrong address. Hopefully it'll come here soon, man. That's not good. Russia Robo, rebuilding the Star Wars collection, ordered Kia D Mundi, Ayla Sakura, episode 3 Obi-Wan, and yeah, the figure arts, Anakin, at least for now, is still the way to go. And hopefully that was no, you said you which Obi-Wan did you get? Because I don't think his likeness, at least from Hasbro so far, is great, but the figure arts one is awesome. Jamelin, my Mayfax Night Crusader Batman and Bo-Katan arrived, and Jeff, Amazon finally got it right with that blue Superman. My Plastic Man is now complete. Nice. Is he in stock now for the regular $24.99 price point? If so, that's good to know. Putting an electric Superman did not work. It did pop up the DC Classics version, which is $125 or 100. Way too much. Way too much for a figure that's so long ago. I don't even see him. All right, I'll search later. Congratulations. How do you like Plastic Man? Aquarius Man. I ordered 2 Crimson Vipers, Tripwire, Agent Helix, Jody, Shooter Craig, Transformers, Decepticons, Mohawk, Buzzer, Mutt, and Junker. You made out pretty good. Nice. Devin, what's up, man? I got Gold Iron Man, found Mikey and Raph from New Movie at Ross for cheap. Nice. They have one of those small TIE fighters. Those are cool. Yeah, I've seen those showing up at Ross now too. G Brew, I got She-Hulk in roughly 5,000 books or so. Wow. And I unweeded out enough figures I plan to get rid of that I had to put the ones that are still going away in a significantly smaller box. Very good. Absolutely, of course. 80s kid. I think 99% of the budget went towards Optimus Prime and that Soundwave re-release. Did you get either one of them? Henry G. I just got him from HLJ, Mayfax Night Crusader Batman. Nice. Mayfax Boba Recovered Armor, Rebel Tech Agent Venom, and the latest collector edition DC Multiverse Wave, Penguin, Starfire, and Captain Boomerang. Nice. Did you get any of the chases? Judge Dredge just got my White Timber figure to go with my deluxe Snow Serpent. I just got 2. Nice. What do you think of the deluxe Snow Serpent? Steve, just picked up a second Crimson Dynamo from Big Bad Toy Store since my first had 2 right feet. Most of them have 2 left feet. Now I have 2. Grabbed a Marvel Century Walgreens exclusive off eBay for a good deal to go with my Void Bath. Nice. I think they did a much better job with this re-release of Century. Shout out to my man Mike H for hooking me up with that Century. Excuse me. Undercover Colton. I need that $25 5-pack. Unfortunately, my Ross is never stocked well. Best thing they've had is all 4 Toon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles BST AXN figures. Nice. Henry G. DC Multiverse figures from GameStop, not HLJ. Even got lucky with a couple of platinum editions. Nice. Yeah, he was one of the figures that just threw me arms first into figure arts. It was like, this figure's terrible. And the figure arts version was so much better. Actually, looks like him. So yeah. Steve also got Havoc and Polaris 2-pack to flesh out my X Factor. Now I need Multiple Man. Hasbro, make a new one. No, I paid a little extra. Well, at least you got Plastic Man complete. Hopefully it wasn't 45. I was assuming that you were exaggerating about the books. I was just hoping it wasn't legit 5,000 G Brew. Jamlin, Plastic Man is pretty funny, pretty fun. Benny Arms would make him even better, but I'm cool with him. Yeah. I wonder how much more expensive that would have made him. Loma Musician picked up 2 of the carded She-Hulk, Iron Man Mark 1, Junkyard and Mutt on clearance, as well as series Frontline Chaos Deer figure. Very cool set of pickups. Love that She-Hulk figure. Not as much as I love that Joker. Blake, Big Bad Toy Store Haul. Jedi logo 6-inch Stormtrooper, select Cap, select Crimson Dynamo, Jolly Santa 6, in from Naughty or Nice, Vitruvian, Hacks Athena, Eagle Force, Keon Kelly, right, Leon Kelly. So Blake did send me this, and I was just like, this is so cool. It's so amazing. And pull this up. The Leon Kelly figure. This joint is so cool. He's got nunchucks. There we go. Let's see if I can pull him into focus. There you go. That figure looks really cool. I don't really get that scale of figure anymore, but I might have to make an exception. He looks cool. I got it. It's because the temperature is getting like to 90 here, so cool temperatures would be a good thing. Michael Flores, what's up? Hey, I picked up Tripwire in the Valkyrie Pack 2. Great mods, exactly. Because I was eyeing Tripwire forever. I was like, do not. He's going to go on sale. And they blink first, thankfully. That's not too bad. Was the paint job cool? Robert, got my Zabu wave finally. Bit disappointed in most of the figs, but Zabu is awesome. Savage Crucible Royal Guard, just amazing. Which ones did you like? Felix, I got Jada Ken, NECA, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Punk Disguise Turtles. Finally got Marvel Legends and Maggot to complete the bath, and a Scarlet Witch pop for my girlfriend. Nice. How much did you end up paying for Maggot? And Solitis. It didn't drop this year, but I got the Marvel Legends and Modok after thinking about it for so long. And I pre-ordered the Cabal, Shield, and Heroes for Hire packs. My wallet's in tears, especially when they say it's coming tomorrow. But that was some solid pickups. Nick Modok's pretty fun. I just rearranged him on my shelf, so he is very cool. Did you play around with the face swapping parts to him? That's a nice bonus. Paint job was, yeah, because I mean he's got that line work. It needs to be clean on that guy. Patrick P. I got the new She-Hulk. Oh, how realistic are my prayers for updated 2008 Guardians and HasLab Groot? Just an enormous tree and a uniform. I would love for them to finish the team. And yeah, it's not gonna be finished until we get Groot in his outfit. It is weird that they didn't do him that way. I guess it was just easier using the MCU version, but I want wearing clothes Groot. Henry G. Almost forgot, just got on the Cartoon Collection Prince Adam and Cringer 2-pack. So much fun that set. Also, Cartoon Collection Stratos. Very cool stuff. Kazar is okay. Cable's the best. Wolfsbane is an odd color, but okay. Icarus is better than expected. Rest letdown? I think that's what you're saying. Those are the only ones I cared about. So I'm glad that kind of worked out that way because the ones I wanted sound like they worked out all right for you. So let's see. Keeping this thing rolling. Someone asked earlier. I'm sorry if I forgot. I'm sorry, not if, because I did. Who asked? But the Marvel Legends Man thing dropped today. I have the one Build-A-Figure that they put out a while back, and I still haven't finished building them. So there you go. Some incentive to finally build them now. It looks cool. They have added a bunch of new parts to them, new head. I think they said a new torso, maybe some deals with the arms, but they put in a lot more work than I was expecting. I like the paint job. Pretty cool looking figure. This is from Werewolf by Night, and it's kind of odd and kind of funny. And I'm sure I'm the only one that said this comment before, but it is weird that we have this figure, but no Werewolf by Night when it's Werewolf by Night, Marvel Legends series Man thing. $40 for this figure seems to be a little bit much considering the only accessories are hands. I think maybe this is what would have been a really good opportunity to reuse some of those parts from the Human Torch, just to put some flame effects on his hands, regardless if they fit all that well. Maybe just palm them. I think that would have been a cool addition, but that's all we're getting for him. I would suspect that he's going to be a figure a little bit later on. We see him on one of these Pulse Power sales or an outlet sale. So if you're not immediately hooked, I think you could wait him out a little bit. King Collector. Yeah, that Leon Kelly is nice. That whole Eagle Force line is awesome. They were made 6-inch scale. I would have that whole line. Yeah. I love playing around with Modok. I switch his face every day because they're both so good. Yeah, exactly. It's so much fun with that figure. And He's really cool. Felix ended up paying $12 on Amazon for Maggot. It's a good deal for a decent figure. I think what's holding Maggot back is the rest of that team. We don't have Mero. We don't have Dr. Cecile Reyes. Why haven't we gotten those figures? Big Rib got me a She-Hulk carded, Wolfsbane carded Iron Man 20, and Hot Toys Iron Man Mark III 2.0. Nice. Jamelin, I've gotten a platinum edition of every McFarlane figure I've ordered that have a variant. Everyone except for this Soups. I'm debating if I want to try to find the regular Penguin. Yeah, I need to get Penguin. John, Cal Neferi inspired me to pick up the entire Squadron Supreme. No regrets. Did you get Power Princess? Judge Dress, Werewolf by Night on the box. So he's got to be coming. I would think so. Jeeper, did Agent Helix come out last year? Last year. Big Rib, I'm also waiting to see that Steel Core in stock again. Kelly Cox, I don't need Man Thing for that price. It's this Man Thing that's got you tripping. Oh, Zabawave is great. Kazar is BA and a great buck for a Conan custom. Let me speak on this. Oh, you're not talking about that Conan. And Space He-Man too. Creation Mattel has him for a good deal. If you wanted to get him, you could do that. That's weird. I don't know why I missed this. Anyway, let me see if I can pull up my picture on this really quickly. Of course, anytime I try to do something really quickly, it doesn't work. Oh, perfect. Great. That helped. All right. So Monday, great news. A new live stream from the Marvel Legends team, June 17th, 11 a.m. So even if you're normally like, I can't stand Mondays, there's a reason to be excited. This Monday, we're going to see some more figures. What do you want to see? Iron Fist's logo just so happens to be front and center. Maybe it's a classic Danny Rand for those of you who can't stand the new Avengers version. But there he goes. And then we got a tease from Dwight. Wall of Skulls. Oh, Wall of Skulls. What possible reveal could be coming next week? I have no idea. I'm terrible about deciphering any and all of these clues. Do y'all have any ideas? Robert, I would grab that Man Thing, overpriced as he is. They hit all my faves now, Marvel Legends. I'm not sure what else they can offer, but I'll keep an eye on it. Judge Dredd, I made Masterverse Savage He-Man into a Kazar a long time ago. Wow. It's $80. Wow. Yeah. So it's a good deal for everybody who missed out on it. That is, wow. I had no idea it was that expensive. All right, so that's Marvel Legends. As usual, I am hoping to see Banshee in his green and yellow outfit. I would love to see some more team members added to the ones that I keep waiting to get completed. Thunderbolts, New Warriors, X Factor, the original team in their second outfits. Who else do I want to see? More Masters of Evil. I'd be down for. Hercules and Crystal in their 90s Avengers. We're all rocking vest look. And that's what I want to see. Hopefully, one of them. And Scourge the Executioner. So I can get my Masters of Evil done. Red Skull or Hela are my guesses. We got a really good Red Skull. I don't know what else they could do with him. Kelly, Wall of Skulls? All I think is Punisher. Got a really good Punisher. I mean, pretty good. I guess they could redo him on some of these different bodies, but dude, no. I feel like Punisher didn't wipe out people like that anymore. Blake, anybody see the fresh Monkey Fiction 6-inch knockoff Hooded Cobra and Destro figures? The Order of the Crimson Moon and the Order of the Crimson Moon Wolfsbane. Let me see how fast I can pull those up. Actually, I think BBTS has them on there. Oops. Let's go. Anybody notice the Big Bad Toy Store doesn't seem to be doing its deal of the day anymore? I was kind of disappointed because I was like, oh man, where is it? I was looking forward to 11 o'clock every day, and now they're just gone. Oh, there it is. Daily deals are back. I spoke too soon. Let's see here. What did you say it was? I feel like I wrote that wrong. Let's see. What was it? Crimson Moon. There we go. Wow. Okay. There we go. So, yes, this is their not at all Cobra Commander, 37.99. I feel like people are gonna be like, "Yep, that's enough. I'll pay that price to get my Cobra Commander," since Hasbro never wants to put this figure out for us. It actually looks pretty cool, and you're sharp with the paint. That'll work pretty well. Now, I did not notice they had done a Destro knockoff figure too. Oh, here we go. Will Spain. You said Will Spain? Yes, you did. All right, let's see here. Pretty cool. Oh, and the little gauntlet deals that we did not get with our version of him. Oh, and there's the Robo Sapien Army Builder portrait. Those are pretty fun. So these wrist mounts are very interesting to me. Anyway, all right, let's see. What else did y'all see? Those are pretty cool. You getting them, Blake? I'm thinking Werewolf by Night will come in a 2-pack to Chris. Well, if it comes with Elsa, that would work, right? Lar A, want to see more Marvel vs. Capcom 2 characters? I think one figure they'll reveal is the older X-Men arcade game Sentinel. They previously showed a rock the same shape as what Sentinels will pick up and toss. That's a good call. I hadn't thought about that. And that makes sense for the rock now. Jeff, you know what figures I want. Agent Brand, Cat Beast, Classic Cap and Bucky, Hulk, and a new Protector Novar figure. Excuse me. I really want updated Guardians because I recently read through that whole Annihilation era, and on top of them, I want to build a yeah, Annihilation's great. That is something I really think if they had decided, all right, we're going to move on from the Avengers, let's go to space and do Annihilation. That could have carried them through for a whole other phase. They could have done the Eternals there. So much cool stuff. So we have our space stuff and then our stuff on Earth. But Annihilation would have been an awesome thing, and they could have done more Guardian films. But yeah. Green Man, the Prime One cameo. I need to see this now. Terrence St. John, what's up, my friend? I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Will you be at Joe Fest in August? No, not next week, my friend. Man, I didn't realize it was coming up that soon. I'm gonna have to put this in my calendar. I am health wise pretty close to being clear to go do stuff and go to conventions. So this time next year, I should be able to go to everything. So Joe Fest in June, which makes sense. So yeah, that's really good to know. Thank you for the heads up because I will definitely try to make it out next time. Clarence Thomas. I like that red cloak on Not Cobra Commander. Yeah, but lose Starler from that 5-pack, but man, I figure really feels it does. I would not be upset if they were to redo all of them except for Rocket. I don't know how they would engineer better articulation. I wouldn't mind seeing Advanced Astro on a different mold, maybe the Spider-Man UK buck. I like Jack Flag, Mantis, Drax, and just do them all over again because they could benefit from some upgrades. And it's a really great run of Marvel Comics, maybe the last really great one, but I would love those figures. So I'm right there with you. Doc Vendor, Strange Tale, Wave, Nightmare, Wizard, Trapster, Warlock Wong, Baron Mordo, Mordo Astral, Henchman, Army Builder, Bath Eternity. G-Brew, never played that arcade game, but I'm sure like that Sentinel. Let's see. No, there was it. Randall G, what about Invaders World War II 5-pack? With that great cap sculpt from a couple years ago? Yeah, we get Human Torch. Maybe a new mold for Namor. I feel like he could benefit from an updated mold as well. I mean, it's just like I have some figures like that's pretty good for back in the day. And if I never get another one, it's fine. But they've really improved some of these figures. And Namor's one, maybe just use the Kazar mold. Butterfly shoulders for a swimmer. Pretty good. Pretty useful, I would think. Snake Eyes. Wait, I think I saw a Marvel Legends Sentinel figure got leaked. Maybe so. Raven is collecting. Really hope we get Deadpool and Wolverine figures. I'm sure we'll see something of them. Henry G. Okay, so Figure Files crew meet up next year. Let's make that happen, Henry G. Brew. I've been reading Louise and Walt. Don't forget him. Simonson era of X Factor. So I sure like to get some of those versions of the characters in figure form. I really like the second X Factor costume for Jean. Me too. So that's a huge one for me. Her in that red and yellow, Beast in the brown and yellow, Iceman in his first good figure. But I think it would be really cool to have like the X outline of his costume that you could kind of see, maybe done with some sort of transparent S paint. I don't need to see the joints, but just so we can see the ice over his X Factor costume and the belt. Terrence, hope you feel better as soon as possible. Would love to meet you at a future con. I'm doing pretty good. It's just I'm still kind of in that making sure that I'm all in the clear from the transplant back in December 2022. So it's just the last bit of precautions, getting the transplant with the big pandemic winding down did kind of slow up where I can interact with a bunch of people. I am missing going to the conventions and taking advantage of good sales. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate your coverage and the positivity you bring to the collecting community. Thank you. I appreciate you all for making sure this community is positive too. King Collector. I want to see a new Diamond Select She-Hulk thing in Abomination. I wonder what their Abomination. I think we kind of need a new Abomination for Marvel Legends. I'm rearranging the shelf. I'm like, he needs a better figure now. Evil Hulk action figure. Oh, which one are you talking about? The Maestro Patrick? John. I want to see Banshee, Burn Era Cyclops, Brown Suit Wolvie, pre-Jim Lee Psylocke, Sauron Deluxe. Do you not have the Build-A-Figure version? Human Size Sentinel Army Builder and Proteus. Dude, I'd take all of those. Jamelin, Jeff, did you read Scarlet #1 yet? What did you think? Destro next week. So I've read Destro. No embargoes. I'm not going to spoil anything. I really like Destro. I thought it was really good. And I like Scarlet. The art was a little bit different than kind of what I was expecting, I suppose. But the story was really good. And I thought they did Kelly Thompson, the writer, did a really good job of setting everything up. Here's my review from June 5th. That's when I did it. But yeah, it was really good. And I thought, they really tied in some cool stuff. I can't wait to see where they go with Scarlet. But yeah, it was fun. And Destro continuing that pattern. No letdown from the Energon universe as we go to Scarlet and Destro with these miniseries. George, exactly. Be cool to get a powered down Iceman, just like we got powered down Johnny Storm. I want Bobby Drake from X Factor. Give him that sky blue outfit with the white X so he can match with Cyclops. We already have. Probably needs an updated version at this point. Get him off that Bucky Cap mold. And Jean and Beast. Maybe that's the new box set. Throw in Caliban. We'll be all set. I should do Iceman like Todd does those Frozen figures. That'd be fine too. G-Brew, Iceman, Archangel, and Jean had some of the best designs they ever had. Yeah, exactly. Those costumes made so much sense for those characters. It's all I really wanted though. I remember asking Jesse Falcon when they did the X Factor Cyclops and the Toy Biz era of Marvel Legends, like, are you going to do Jean and Beast or do I need to make customs? And this was back in the Raving Toy Maniac days. And he's like, yeah, you may need to do customs. So hopefully now we can get them from Hasbro. Kenta Krustowski, what's up? I still kind of want MCU Deadpool with the X-Men training jersey from Deadpool 2. It's interesting that they haven't done that version. Jamlin Price, I flipped through Destro at my local shop, but didn't spoil myself. I don't think there was anything spoilery like some of the other books. I don't think so. Kelly Cox, brother, it's been a while since your operation. Hopefully you can attend conventions. Yeah, I mean, I'm back to doing pretty much everything else. It's just conventions are a mass amount of people. And of course, this time of year where everyone has a sneeze and coughing. Oh, it's just allergies. Maybe it's a cold. Maybe it's COVID. Who knows? So because I can't verify and check with everyone, I got to be a little bit cautious so I can keep coming back and doing these shows. But I am doing so much better. Thank you so much for asking. Boris Mortis, I want an astonishing beast, a new Hulk with butterfly joints, and comic book guardians. G Brew, I second that list of X-Men figures. Come on, Hasbro, more X-Men. I was trying to do Destro for the maniacal laughter. Jamlin, oh cool. I'll check out your review. I've been sleeping on your site lately. My bad. No worries. LowsMovieFiles.com is open 24/7, so whenever you feel the need or just want to check out the figure reviews I'm doing, feel free to head over there. Let's do lines. BK found a loose PulseCon Venom and a new McFarlane Catwoman and Batpot in my local used bookstore for cheap. Nice. G Brew, update all the Cyclopses looks that were on the Bucky cat body. Yes. David Thanos, hopefully work wasn't too bad, my friend. Oh, and Eric the Red, the whole Cockrum Burn era. I want everybody who was wearing a costume, Misty Knight. I want all of them in figure form. That list would be ridiculous. What about a Marvel Legends Werewolf Cap? They did that already. My mom had open heart surgery in January 2023. She did not spend a lot of time at home. Made me drive her all over the state. Hopefully she's still doing well, G Brew. Eggs and flapjacks. Yeah, I'm hungry. I like to see a Blackheart from Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, of course. Updated Punisher and an updated X23. What would you want to see updated with X23? Havoc does need an update with his real colors, not that blue energy effect. I don't know why they do that with those figures. Judge Drez, we need some Thor villains like a Frost Giant, Fenris Wolf, and a Midgard Serpent. There's so many Thor characters we still need. King Collector, we need a Marvel Legends of Mephisto. It's like they just refuse to make this guy. That select one is just too overpriced now. And it's not a great figure in terms of paying above $30. Like I have it, and I was trying to pose him when I got that updated Thanos. He's just not a great figure. He's perfect to sit on that throne, but to do any kind of posing, not a great figure. But I mean, he was done so long ago. It's not like, oh, you guys did a crappy figure. He's just dated and needs an update from Hasbro. Doc Avenger, more X-Men villains, Moses Magnum. Not until I get my green and yellow Banshee. Mimic, Mesmero, yeah. Keith, what's up? Still wanting the Kirby Machine Man? Devin, we need 80s armor Thor, right? Michael, we're getting a man thing. Why not a werewolf by night? Exactly. I know it'd be expensive, but I hope they do a whole 12-inch wave. Would be hilarious. But we could get multiple giant men, Sentinels, Groot. Would be funny to get a HasLab size bath for the wave. Yeah, that would be funny. Magog, Skurgs, the Executioner. Yes to both. G Brew, she's fine. Went back to being a waitress full time in January this year. Good. 2 months before she turned 64. Dad hit 70 this month. Good. Glad to hear both your folks are doing well. Hopefully, y'all have a good Father's Day. Clarence Thomas, dang, I forgot how dirty they did Missy Knight's head sculpt back in the day. The head sculpt, the figure, just redo. We got Johnny. We've got Danny Rand, Iron Fist, Luke Cage. Let's get a Daughters of the Dragon 2-pack. Oh, single body. Oh, yeah. She does need to be super articulate. You're right. Listen, I'm with you. More Guardians of the Galaxy. That DNA run is one of my favorites. It's probably, in terms of Marvel, for sure, the best and last great storyline that I really enjoyed. Every issue was like, wow, this is so amazing. Kind of reminded me of that JLI, from Giffen, DeMatteis, Maguire run. Just really well developed, established characters that you cared about, big over the top action, and just great stuff. So all those figures I want. Did I back the Kickstarter for the G.I. Joe Compendium set? No. I was looking at my trades. I have missing, what is it, 14. It's when IDW and Marvel released them. I got them there. and it's just out the budget right now. But it looks really great, and yeah, I would if I had the money, but that is the problem right at this point. But have to kind of pick and choose which stuff you get. So not getting it. Hopefully they do it again later and do the thing. Turtle Buster, what's up? We're getting Blackheart and Meryl. MVC, right? Meryl was in there too. So yeah, I wonder if they would just do like a sneak wave of those figures and just be like, oh, what's the connection? Maybe Blackheart could be the Build-A figure or the Sentinel, whichever way. Method to Madness. Whoo! Got home safe and sound. Good. And even lucky that she's still alive. No, that I'm still alive. I was reading that all wrong. Looking at my X-Men shelf and signed copy of Uncanny X-Men 275. Wonder if we'll ever get that armored Xavier. If we weren't getting that before, I think from X-Men 97, and I'm clear to say that now, should have bumped it up. And I think I would be okay if we get that version, just so we have armored Xavier, but we got to get that soon. Undercover Cult. Hasbro is smart. They give us an army builder wave with a bath that can also be army built. OLU AOA waves, and I'm all in. Like maybe that would make sense for those skulls, or at least just another set of them. Because I'm looking at my collection, it's like this is a really good start. They gave us 2 waves, deluxe figure. That's great, but I still need about 2 more waves. So yeah, and that would actually make sense with the skulls. I've got those havoc effects on the hands of Avalanche in the back, the middle, multiple. That makes sense. I should try that too. Randall G, we got a Stan Lee figure. Now I want a Jack Kirby one. I'm curious if we're not going to see him since NECA. Maybe they have the rights to him. Undercover Colton. The newest Guardians run is amazing. Extremely short, only 10 issues, but it's a great story. I have to check it out then, because I really love that one from DNA. And I was really upset when Bendis came over and what he did with those characters. G-Brew, I feel like anytime the Marvel Legends team is interviewing, someone needs to ask when we're getting that green and yellow Banshee. Dad's 70th is also my parents' 36th wedding anniversary. Reminder, I'm 35. Nice. That's cool. Congratulations to them. And I guess that's your dad's birthday, not yours. 80s. I'm excited for the Transformers 40th anniversary reissue. Oh, okay. Yeah, those are cool. Henry G. Hey, Jeff. I heard you mention your operation before. I'm glad you're doing well, my friend. Thank you. I echo the sentiments in the chat. You're a breath of fresh air. Thank you. Even as my air is like getting clogged, as the nostrils and throat are like pollen, allergens, whatever the heck's going on in here. But I'm doing well. I got my water, doing the thing. G-Brew, I do want Meryl. She's the only one of the weird, gross late 90s X-Men that I actually like. I wanted an ML Marvel Legends Meryl for years. I really like that era of X-Men. I felt like the creative team was rolling and they got pulled off the book. I like that era, and I feel like they don't get enough love kind of as the years have gone on. Joe Casey, Steven Seagal, Steele, they wrote some really fun stories. And I like that they were doing a mix of old and new and weren't afraid to explore and do some different things. I should probably revisit those books. They were fun. Queries, man. Jeff, I want to back the Kickstarter compendium set. You can, I think. It's still open. Think McFarlane would do a Superpowers multiverse 6-pack? I don't even know if you even need to do a 6-pack. I mean, you could just do them in waves. And you mentioned that, and I forgot. I haven't shown these yet, so let's get to it. Farland, more pre-orders dropping tomorrow. Of course, I'll put them on to the dashboard when they go live. The manga Batman, this is collector edition, so these are a little bit more expensive. He's done all kinds of versions of this look, and this one looks pretty cool. It's on the Nightfall mold. No cloth cape. I know some people were complaining about that. I know collectors complaining, unheard of. I really like the job on this mask, though. I think that's really cool. I should do that for all the time with these masks for Batman. But it's a cool looking figure. I'm not buying it, but I think if you're into different Batman variants, this is a really unique and cool one to go with. Then we got Sergeant Rock. I'm very curious as to why he gave him different colors, but maybe the chase will have like a military green consistent color throughout. Don't quite understand. We've got two tones. And he's got bare arms showing. I really wish he had done a sleeve, like the half sleeve ripped off on, I think it was a left arm, and just a bare one on that one. I think head sculpt's pretty good. Looks like he's got a bazooka. Will he have a rocket launcher to go with it or just the sword? Sergeant Rock without guns is kind of dumb. So I'm really curious to see what his accessories are going to be like. We were waiting with bated breath tomorrow. And then finally, Connor Kent, he comes with two additional head sculpts, which makes it all the more baffling that they went with this expression. I really wish they had done better scaling with Impulse, with the Tim Drake Robin, because I would be ecstatic to get this figure with him. He does look a little smaller. I don't know if we've seen this t-shirt mold with another character, so maybe, as long as he's not looking Superman eye to eye, I'll grab this one. But what are you guys thinking about this one? No, no, no. It's Bendis got into a really bad habit where every character is a comedian. And when you go from the DNA Guardians to his, it's like, did he even read the books before? It's so bad. He just throws in random characters. Like he adds Iron Man into it for no reason. And he just completely throws in other characters that are like, Guardians already had plenty of really fun characters that you didn't need to start pulling other ones into the mix. He came on, I think, right around the time the movies dropped, or right before. So if you like the DNA run, I would strongly recommend not reading it. Aquarius, man, definitely back that Kickstarter. Those Larry Hama books are awesome. Changed my comic book life. But they're really good. I can't recommend them enough. Method of Madness. Hearing you guys talk about Maggot gave me fond memories of the last run of X-Men I read before I went to college. I'm salty AF that we've never gotten Meryl, nor my girl, Dr. Cecile Reyes. That would be a 2-pack. I wonder if they would chance putting that out there. Cecile doesn't need a lot of new parts. They could basically use the Black Widow mold, give her super articulation for no reason, but yeah, Meryl would be really cool. And maybe that's the way to offset it because, she doesn't need any work. Meryl needs a lot of sculpting. I'd buy that 2-pack. Yeah, don't do the Bendis. Basically, after what is that? Siege, the Bendis, right? Basically anything that Bendis does is kind of shaky. It goes downhill dramatically from that point on. His DC run is even worse. So, but I do like his Daredevil, his Avengers run of both New Avengers and then the other Avengers book were really good. And I was kind of like hating on him just in general, but it wasn't until after Siege where he should have stepped down and he had written a really good run of the of Thunderbolts, of the Avengers. He'd done the Dark Reign really well done, and it just he kept going way too long. Oh, Russia Robo. How about Ironclad and UFO's box set? Please make that happen. Let's do that, Hasbro. There we go. Sorry, I've been talking for so long. All right. So anyway, hey, I just want to plug Lyle's Movie Files to the 77 people here right now. Folks, try to drop by and say hello on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, maybe even stay for a while. Wednesdays, 8:05. All right, let me get into the topic. We've been talking so much. All right. Manga, thank you. I don't know why I do this all the time. Absolutely. Like, totally. I can't recommend the G.I. Joe comic books enough. Totally buy it. Buy it, buy it, buy it. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Kitty Pryde Star-Lord for absolutely no reason that run. He throws Ben Grimm in the team. It's like, dude, stop it. Bendis has a habit of writing all the characters with the same voice. I think he's better than Neil Nora creator own stuff. Yes, he makes every character sound like they're in a sitcom. And it was really bad after, well, like his midway point of his Avengers run. So bad. Can't get upset enough. Miles Ellis, New Mutants. I said they should knock those guys out for sure. Jamelin, I'm down for that Sergeant Rock. I really wanted to like the Titans and Young Justice characters. The scaling and new 52 designs kept me from getting most of them. Exactly. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you for hyping the show. Why is it only good Marvel comics that they're fantastic? I don't know. I don't read any Marvel comics. They're just got on my nerves. All right. So I've talked so much, and I'm sure some people dropped off. It's like, we've got lives to get to, man. What are you doing? I asked what if you were to recommend to your fellow collector. I'm going to do this next week or during a recorded episode. But what are your favorite figures so far from 2024? I was looking, I'm like, gosh, that came out this year. That came out this year too. I've got tons of nominations from McFarlane, G.I. Joe Classified Series, of course, Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series. What are your nominees? What are your suggestions for the best figures so far for 2024? And which ones do you think are going to make it to December, where it's like there was no chance this figure is going to leave? This is for sure in my top 10 for all of 2024. Thanks, Aquarius, man. Hope you have a good night as well. Ace Raider. Jamelin, thanks for the heads up. I'll drop by next week. Wednesday. Thanks. Michael, Last Ronin, NECA. Okay, cool. It does look like a really good figure. Missing Link. Wish we got that figure this year. Method to Madness. Cassandra Cain, Batwoman, and She-Hulk should be topping everyone's list. I feel like She-Hulk is going to be a serious lock. I didn't get that Batwoman, though. She's a good figure, too. Retro Duke. Yeah, he's really good. Good choice. I want to say all mine. But Scarlet's on my list for sure. And it's funny because a lot of the Marvel Legends figures, I'm like, yeah, Angel's going to be on that list. I just have to get him. Baron Zemo, Heinrich, going to get him too. And I assume he's going to be on the list. There's so much cool stuff. WWE figures. So let's see. ICT Vinny, what's going on? Just opened She-Hulk, and she's awesome. Wish they gave her an angry head. She's definitely more rubbery than the MCU one. Oh, that's not good. She stands up okay? Brandon, man, what's up? Power Princess was the first figure I got this year, and she's still topping my list. She must be really good because she has been the only figure that's like, nope, she is only going up in price. She's all the way up. Vin Doom, I need a Dragonfly Jones. James Price, Ace Raider's a good time. Same great Jeff, plus a lot more comedy and smack talk. Well, it's not just me. I'm on there with my brother and one of my best friends, hanging, doing a thing every Wednesday. We talk about a lot of movies and TVs and comic book stuff. So definitely a place to go if you want to talk about stuff like The Acolyte and X-Men 97. Glavis Ringworld Mando. Yeah, that figure I need to track down. 80s kid. He looks great. And the second I saw it, it's like, oh, that's going to be my one definitive Mando. But yeah, that figure looks good. Glad to hear you ringing that one up. That Mando is great. Yeah, he looks really good. Blake, the select cap is amazing. It's had many, many looks you can give him. The shield has great engineering. It does look good. Felix Guerrero, I actually been having the most fun with that Jada Toys Godzilla remote control, but too many figures to name. That's cool. I didn't know anything about the Godzilla figure. That's cool. All right, let's see. Any other suggestions for our wind down? I know we talk way longer than normal. All right, let's see here. I see T. Vinny. She-Hulk stands just fine. The plastic they used feels rubbery, but her joints are fine. That's good news. 80s kid, Clone Troopers from Ahsoka. Right. Those are fun. Judge Drez, my favorite is the Tiger Man from Maestro Union. Now that's a figure for me to look up. I haven't seen that one or heard of it until right now. Jibru, my 10 faves of 2024 so far. Number 1, Samurai Force Autumn, Donatello. Number 2, Mondo Rogue. 3, She-Hulk. 4, Marvel Legends Angel. 5, Last Ronin Casey Jones. 6, Retro Scarlet. 7, Goblin Queen. 8, Because Mirage Baxter Stockman. Nice. Thank you. I like the full list there. Appreciate it. Devin B, the new Penguin is really good. He does look really good. Another one on my list of figures I need to grab. Henry G, I'm really liking that Legacy Gears. I have him. I just need to review him now. I'm glad to hear you liked him. Keith Feinstein, just got the Hot Toys Godzilla. It's amazing. Nice. Felix G, check it out. It has smoke breath. Wow. And tail whipping action. My daughter loves it. It does sound fun. NG Brew finished. Cowboy Logan number 9 and 10 Sabretooth. Interesting. I feel like Sabretooth might have topped Cowboy Logan. That's cool to see. Jeff, the Tiger Dude is called Master Wing. Thank you. Appreciate that. ICT Vinny. Haven't heard anyone scream about Quick Kick. I just need Alpine now to relive that cartoon scene with him, Bazooka, and Storm Shadow. Right. You got to get your sea leopards. What were they? And shoot, we got a his tank. So maybe pull them all underneath it. Put it up on a jack or whatever. But yeah. Cool. All right. Michael Solis. Ben Riley, Spider-Man. Nice. That figure does look cool too. Joy Savory. I don't need her, but I'll probably look for Player 2 Target exclusive Chun-Li tomorrow. It's a nice looking figure. Oops. King Collector. That Crimson Dynamo is a real standout. Been waiting for that classic look for a while. How does he scale with the Marvel Legends Iron Man figures? Jibru. Honorable mentions: 97 Cyclops, Samurai Usagi Ujimbo, Clutch. Yes. Snake Eyes, Figma Link, Jamelin, all of the Joes. The Vamp, right. Exactly. Oops. How'd that happen? Method to Madness. Is that WWE Elite Muhammad Ali worth getting? Tons at one of the local Targets on clearance markdown. So I got the Ultimate Edition one in the 2-pack where he's the ref. I didn't get that, but it's a good figure. If you like Ali, I think he's worth adding to your collection. You can actually have him fight some of your other figures who have boxing gloves. The Cowboy Bob Orton has boxing gloves. Roddy Piper, Mr. T 2-pack has boxing gloves. So there's some people you can have them fight in your ring. You don't even need to change anything else. Judge Drez, Jada Chun-Li is very cool to pose. Nice. Jibru, that Scarlet Spider is awesome. I forgot it came out this year. Agree. Chun-Li is awesome to pose. Lexi Lions, BK Master Wing is fire. Got him to fight my V-Toys, the Sora Red Demon. Yo, you guys are going to have to show me some pictures of these figures you got here. I'm missing some of these. Stickman, I'm loving the new Hot Toys Skull Island Kong, but I'm a big-time Kong fanboy. So Hot Toys was knocking out the Kong stuff. All right. George, Jeff, how many retro Cobra Troopers did you order? I didn't order any of them. The blue is so different from the rest of them. What I may do is try to track down some of the older Cobra Troops because I've got like 12, and that blue is so strikingly different that I'm like, I don't know if it really works. And I may just try to go get some more army builders of my existing ones. How many did you get, or did you get any? 80s Kid, Legacy Animated Bumblebee. It's pretty dinky and overpriced, but it's a great Transformer. That's cool. Jamlin, Cable is pretty dang cool. Chun-Li, Vision with a custom cape. Which Vision? Oh, the newest one. Right. That came with the Void set. You got to point me out to where you got that cape from. Boris Mortis. For imports, the Yujiro Hanma from Storm Collectibles and She-Hulk for regular figures. Nice. Henry G. Azrael Batman, Armor Knights in, Vamp and Clutch, Retro Scarlet, She-Hulk, DC Multiverse, Red Tornado. Red Tornado doesn't get enough love, but he's a really fun figure. And I love the fact that he actually came with a little tornado burst. Henry G. Jack-O-Lantern. Yes. ICT Vinny. October cannot come soon enough. Cobra Commander with a back metal faceplate. Yeah, I think he's gonna snatch a spot on that list too. Snake Eyes, Jada Toy Street Fighters figures. Which ones? Judge Dredd's third party is ruling my wallet this year. One line to rule them all. George Savory. I only ordered 6 for now. How many of the regular ones did you get? Jamelin, the SHAF. Let's try that again. Figure Arts. Spider-Man 2099 is cool too. Mezco the Shadow. Nice. Jeeber, there was a WWE Elite 4-pack at Ollie's yesterday when I was there. It has the Hulkster, The Rock with some weird gimmick. Oh, that was his old one. Stone Cold and Becky Lynch for $30. Told a buddy of mine he plans to get it. Nice. Mezco, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They do look cool. Excuse me. Tombstone. Nice. All right. I think that's all the nominations so far. Look for my list. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Post it over the weekend. But thank you all as always for hanging out with me on a Thursday night. I know you could do so much other stuff, but I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. Love to see Lions, Mezco, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, got a few more. Let's see. 80s Kid, Voltron Black Lion by Playmates Toys. It's hefty. It's a great plastic. It's pretty posable. It has sound effects. I miss the days when toys. Yeah, man, I like the sound effects too. Judge Dredd, the Yamaguchi Agent Venom looks sweet, but I don't have them. Jamelin. I also want to shout out the Savage Crucible Kickstarter campaign. They were also on Big Bad Toy Store, but it looks like they're sold out. That's no good. Retro Robo, Wasp, She-Hulk, Sabretooth, and Gold Mark, Iron Man. Yeah, it's a really fun figure. Jeeber, I slept on the Mezco Turtles and regret it. Mezco, Dr. Doom, good night. Good night. Bye, partners. Bye. Peace, y'all. Have a good night, folks. All right. Thank you all so much, as always, for hanging out with me. Hopefully you have a good night. We'll be back. Make sure to keep up because there's some more stuff coming. Dropping real soon. One last thing I want to show you. The Ferret is coming out on June 18th. As always, this stuff's going to be back out. So look for it. I'll try to post a link when it comes up. So if you've been looking for it, there you go. All right. Well, thank you as always. Appreciate y'all. I'll be dropping more videos as always. Put those links up for the DC Multiverse figures. We'll see what the Marvel Legends team has for us on Monday. Hope you all have an awesome weekend. And if you are able to, enjoy your Father's Day. For now, this episode of Loud's Figure Files has been filed.